2017. The time is 7 p.m. I call this meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mayor Santiago?
Here.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Here.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Here.
Commissioner Udalavis? Here. Commissioner Cooper?
Here. Can we all stand for the invocation delivered by Reverend Harris, followed by the salute to the flag?
Please join me in prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you, Lord, for this evening. We praise you, Lord God, because there are people here tonight that wear a uniform, but it's more than that. They put their lives on the line for anyone in distress. Fires, things that erupt, that sudden danger. And I just pray a blessing over our policemen, our firemen, anyone who is in a line of duty in military. And I ask, Lord, that they be honored, they be lifted up. And as you lay down your life for us, Lord, these men and women offer to lay down their life for us. So we thank you, Lord. And I pray for the commission tonight. I pray for a moving forward, a new vision, new things to happen, new business to come here, Lord, a new mindset. And so you speak over this session, Lord, and have the unity that you want. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you, Reverend Harris. Well said.
Mr. Mayor, move to approve, dispense with the reading of the minutes, and proceed with the regular order of business.
Second motion.
All in favor? Vote. We got to open the meeting first. But go ahead. We can take a vote. Take a vote.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalavis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
And Mayor Santiago?
Yes. Let me make the open public meeting. This meeting is being conducted in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act of 1975. Was advertised, posted, and made available to the public as required by law. The municipal clerk is directed to include a statement in the minutes of this meeting. Madam Clerk, are there any review changes to the agenda?
There are three. Presentation item 3 was added after the publication time. Also, Commissioner Cooper's departmental report, but we received and filed that at the work session. And resolution item number 23, authorizing taxi cab owner license for U.S. Pron 2 Cab LLC.
Very good. Thank you. We've already received the minutes, correct?
Yes.
So let's go right into resolution number 1.
So resolution authorizing transfers in the calendar year 2017 budget appropriations.
Mr. Mayor, move to adopt this resolution.
Second the motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalavis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Mr. Mayor, move that bills be paid after further certified.
Second the motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalavis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries.
We now open up public comment on agenda items only. Anyone that would like to speak on a agenda item, please step up to the mic, state your name and your concerns, and limit your comments to 5 minutes. Seeing no one, I close the public comment on agenda items. We're now going to make presentations. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Pareca, I didn't see you. My apology.
I know, I'm short.
I'm sorry, I did not see it. Look, I got new glasses and just started today.
Maybe I have the
Obviously,
wrong
they're not working.
optometrist.
Maybe I should go back. Go ahead, sir. I'm sorry.
Paul Pareca, Millville. I have a question on resolution number 17. 19, Roman numeral 16, and then resolution 17. Calls for the cancellation of a mortgage on 415 Sassafras Street. Now, that mortgage was to secure money given to Liz Nicholas, a city employee. It was one of those loans that was forgivable over time if the borrower continued living in the property. That was a condition precedent to forgiving the payback. Miss Nicholas did not continue living in the property. She moved out and out of the state, but didn't pay. So the city rightly referred the matter to its collection attorney, who sued the former city employee. I understand that a settlement was reached which required her to pay back the city. So my question is, how much was the original loan? How much was the settlement? And has she paid that in full? Because I wouldn't think you'd want to cancel the resolution unless you all knew that she had in fact paid the settlement amount in full.
Okay. Thank you. Good question. Jeannie, do you have any knowledge on that?
It's actually handled by finance down in Marcy's department. I know. Do you
Marcy's?
Have, yes.
Mr. Solicitor?
I'm going to try and pull it up and see what I have as far as the authorization.
Just give us a couple minutes, Mr. Parecka.
Yeah, I wouldn't think you'd want to cancel it if it hadn't
Well,
been
we'll
paid.
see what he has. If not, then we'll move on, yes. Well, we'll just see what he's,
No, if we don't find it,
we'll
we
just
table
table
it.
it. Yep.
Mr. Mayor, what I don't have, or I don't have access to here on my system is the email authorizing that from the staff. So, the paperwork's in order as far as that. The request came from city staff. I don't have a problem with, if you want to table that for one meeting so that we go ahead and we zero in on that. That would be acceptable.
Very good.
Thank you.
That's what we'll do. Thank you, Mr. Parecka.
Which one?
That's number 19, resolution 17.
Yes. 17.
17?
Yep, resolution 17. Anyone else? Seeing no one else, I close the public portion on comments on the agenda items. Now we can go to presentations. Oh, is he walking up to the mic?
We got one more.
No, he's not. All right, presentation number 1. Can I call up for Chief Lippincott? Come up, please, Chief. Chief will be presenting life-saving medals to 5 firefighters. Joe, you want to go up?
Let me take my speech out of the box. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
You got it.
Also, Commissioner Pepitone, who's the Director of Public Safety, will also be assisting me. Let's see. Let's start with the first page. Okay. This time I'd like to call up Captain Christine Tanetta, Firefighter Patrick Wetstein, Firefighter Scott Haley, Firefighter Kevin Quay, and there was another firefighter that we were going to recognize tonight. That's Firefighter Ryan Gandy. But as many of you know, the flu bug is pretty bad this year,
Yes.
and unfortunately he's down sick,
Yes.
so he was unable to be here tonight. He really was going to try, but we told him, probably maybe better if he didn't come shake hands with people tonight. So these firefighters are going to be honored tonight. I just want to tell you a little bit, before we go into the actual details, just a little bit about your fire department and what your firefighters do in the community. You take a look, they're all wearing the same uniform for the most part. Many people may or may not know our fire department in Millville has both full-time career firefighters and volunteers. But it doesn't matter. When you call 911, they show up. They're trained the same, their gear's the same, and they do the same job. And this incident that we're going to relate to you tonight is a perfect example of how that works. Career firefighters on duty 24/7 in the station. Some volunteers were there that night. The alarm came in. They all put on the same gear, got in the same truck, and responded to the fire and worked together as a team. Didn't matter if some were getting a paycheck or not getting a paycheck. Some people say I have the hardest job in the world as a department head in a combination fire department because I have to manage full-time staff and volunteers. But when you have great people like this, it makes my job really easy. So also you'll look at their uniforms. Above their badge, you're going to see some medals, some bars. In the fire service, we hand out life-saving awards. They'll get a bar to wear on their uniform. Firefighters are typically pretty humble. I've had guys say, well, I don't want to wear my pins. I don't want to wear my awards. I tell them, wear them. Be proud. It's not just about you. Those people look at them and they say, oh, well, look at those medals. But it's for the entire fire service, for the brotherhood and sisterhood of the fire service, for everything that we do. That's why you got that medal, because of the great job you do, and you're representing the entire fire service. So be proud of your uniform. Be proud to wear those medals. And the thing you're going to notice, this isn't the first time. We got one person getting their first life-saving award, but you look at the other firefighters, this isn't their first time that they've stood up here and been honored. So it says a lot about them. It says a lot about your fire department, and you can all be very proud of them. All right, get to the details. So I'll just bear with me. I'll read this, and then we'll hand out their recognition, and we can move on. December 31st, 2017, New Year's Eve, at approximately 20:32 hours, the Millville Fire Department was dispatched to the 1700 block of East Broad Street for a reported dwelling fire. The initial crew, which responded on Engine 34, consisted of Captain Christine Tanetta, firefighter Patrick Wetstein, firefighter Scott Haley, firefighter Ryan Gandy, and firefighter Kevin Quay. On arrival, the crew found a single-story, single-family residence with heavy fire showing from the west side of the structure, with possible fire also in the basement. If you know anything about fires and firefighting, basement fires are the worst because you have to work over top the fire. The fire had also compromised the gas meter, causing a free flow of natural gas that was feeding the fire and producing a jet of fire flowing from the meter. The crew was advised by family on the scene that there was still confirmed an adult male in the residence. Captain Tanetta at this time split her crew as follows. Firefighter Patrick Wetstein, who was the driver that night, operated the pump and worked to secure a water supply. Firefighters Gandy and Quay stretched a hand line or hose line, as we refer to it, and began attacking the fire. Captain Tanetta and firefighter Haley forced open the locked front door and began a search of the residence for the missing adult. Firefighter Quay, after assisting Gandy in stretching the hose line, joined the search crew. The crew encountered high heat conditions and zero visibility due to heavy smoke. When you watch TV shows about firefighters and you see all the flames and they're running around, it's the most fake thing you could ever see. In a real fire, you can't see your hand in front of your face. That's what they crawled into. Couldn't see anything in front of them, high heat. So they began making their search. Captain Tanetta located the adult, and with the assistance of firefighters Haley and Quay, removed him from the burning residence. The adult male was treated on scene by Inspira EMS and was eventually flown to Chester Crozier Hospital. And as of Friday, when we checked on him, he continues to recover, and hopefully is going to be discharged home next week. For their actions of this crew are to be commended and are in keeping with the highest traditions of the fire service. Their actions under very adverse conditions and at great risk to themselves resulted directly in the saving of another person's life. So at this time, it's the best part of my job. Start with Patrick Wetstein. I'd like to present to him a Distinguished Service Award. The different types of awards are based on the actions they took that night and the amount of risk that was involved. They all did a great job, showed bravery and initiative. But there are going to be different levels of awards given out tonight. Firefighter Gandy, who couldn't be here tonight, is going to be awarded the Medal of Courage. And his first life-saving award as a member of the Millville Fire Department is going to go a Medal of Gallantry to Kevin Quay. Next up, Medal of Gallantry being awarded to firefighter Scott Haley. And of course, last but not least, the person who was in charge that night made all the tough decisions. It's the toughest job in the firehouse. I'm the chief. I got it easy. It's the captains. They have to run the shifts and manage the crews. And this night did a great job. And that's Captain Christine Tanetta for a Medal of Gallantry. I've talked enough. I'll turn it over to our Director of Public Safety. I know he'd like to say a few words. Thank you.
You all need to think back what you were doing New Year's Eve about a month ago. These individuals put their lives on the line for us. They do it. That is their job, and we're so grateful. I'm so honored to be Director of Public Safety working with such fine people. I thank you for all that you do for us and continue to do for us, and God bless. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much.
What if they're going to stay or going to leave? Let's see what they do. Yeah, let's see what they do. Bye, guys.
Guys don't want to stay?
Something you said.
Yeah.
Have a good night. Bye. No, it's all good. Next, we're going to have a proclamation, and this is very special because it's a proclamation for an employee who's retiring. So, Sherry Ball, I see you in the audience. Why don't you come on up? So this is a proclamation signed by all the commissioners, and it states, whereas Sherry J. Ball has served as a tax utility collector for the city of Millville within Cumberland County, state of New Jersey, since 2003, and is retiring effective March 1st, 2018. Whereas Sherry J. Ball has 28 years of total municipal government service, with 15 years being dedicated to the city of Millville. And whereas Sherry J. Ball was the regional representative for the tax collectors and treasurers of the Association of Salem, Camden, Cumberland, and Gloucester counties from 1999 to 2010. Whereas during her years of service with the city of Millville, Sherry J. Ball demonstrated exemplary leadership and sincere concern for her staff, co-workers, elected and appointed officials, and above all, the residents of Millville City. Now, therefore, be proclaimed that the Board of Commissioners of the City of Millville, New Jersey, do hereby publicly express gratitude and sincere thanks to Sherry J. Ball for her service to the residents of the City of Millville, and she is wished much success and enjoyment in her future endeavor of retirement. Adopted February 6, 2018, signed by all the commissioners and also our city clerk, Jeannie M. Hitchner. Congratulations, Sherry. You know, I said to Sherry, what are you going to do now that you're retired? And whatever all of us are going to say when we retire. She says, I am going to go fishing. So I thought that's pretty cool. So, but congratulations. You're going to be missed. And I know that you're still a phone call away if we have any questions. And I'm sure we'll be calling you. But thank you so much. We appreciate it. You're welcome. You want to say anything?
I would like to thank you for the honor. I really appreciate it. I've loved the years here in Millville, and I want to say thank you to the people I worked with day in and day out. They're the best crew. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, we have another presentation. So I'd like to call up the following people. Sarah Pepitone, Miss Cumberland County 2017.
Any relation, Joe?
Sarah? Phil Van Emden, Executive Director of the Levoy Theater. Courtney Reese, Director of Millville Public Library. And Amanda DeAngelis, who's also with the Levoy Theater. And also Commissioner Bruce Cooper, Director of Parks and Public Property.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Pepitone, Miss Cumberland County 2017. And last week I held a designer bag bingo that raised over $9,000 for 3 wonderful charities. We raised money for the Millville Public Library, the Children's Miracle Network, and the Miss Cumberland County Scholarship Organization. And tonight I would like to present this check for $5,518.62 to the Millville Public Library. Thank you.
I would like to say a few words. Thank you. Yes, you can hold it for me. So, first of all, I'd like to say thank Sarah and her father, Joe Pepitone, for setting this up. If it hadn't been for their inspiration and their hard work, this would have gone nowhere. And the other people that I would like to thank are Phil and Amanda from the Levoy, because if it hadn't been for them, we could have never gotten the license to do the bingo. That was an education in and of itself, learning how that all works, but they really stepped up to the plate to help us out. And then, of course, I have to thank all the people that participated, everybody who bought a ticket, anybody that did the hard work, the marketing, etc. There were a lot of people that helped put this together. It was not a singular effort. And this $4,500 is going to make a big difference to the library. And the library is, as I'm sure you're all aware, the most democratic institution in the city of Millville. We welcome every single person into our library, regardless of, as they say, race, creed, or color. We're always there for you, and we hope that all of you will come and take advantage of the services, the many services we have to offer. So, finally, of course, we always want to thank our commissioner who's coming up. This big, strong man is holding my giant check for me. And, yeah, there you go. Show me the money. So thank you all. Thank you, everybody, for your support. We're really appreciative. Oh, I have one last thing to say. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to step in. We wanted to give a little gift to the Pepitone family, and we are just going to give it to Sarah, who of course was our spokesperson, but we just thought it was very fitting to give Sarah this little Michael Kors bag for helping us put this designer bag bingo together. So thank you.
I'm disappointed I didn't get a bag. But thank you. I just wanted to say, when Commissioner Pepitone asked for me to give him a hand for this pocketbook bingo, I said, no problem. It's no problem. Whatever you need me to do. I go up to that Elks Club, and I couldn't find a parking spot. Wow. I love it now. I am Mr. Pocketbook Bingo. Let's have another one. As a matter of fact, I want that Michael Kors bag that was left on the table. But it was a great program that you guys put together. Bingo went well. It was great to see the whole community to come out together, have a lot of fun, have some laughs, get some bags. It was a great time. I love to see when our community comes together like that. We need to do more and more things like that for our community. Make it better, inspiring, and uplifting. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you, everybody here. Phil and Sarah, you got to see Miss Cumberland County walking around in heels checking bingos all night. That was a blast. So I want to say thank you, guys, and thank you for that check. And when do I get my percentage? But no, that's not. But thank you very much. Thanks, guys.
Phil, you want to say something? Yeah. Yeah? Okay. Mic's open. We got a live mic.
Live mic, yeah. Okay, Madam Clerk, can we go into old business, please?
There is no old business tonight, Mayor.
Petitions and letters.
No petitions and letters, Mayor.
Reports of Commissioner. Commissioner Cooper.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mayor. From the parks and public buildings, we removed all Christmas decorations except for Peace on Earth, because we could always use a little bit more peace on Earth. Okay, that didn't go well this time either. Okay. All right, so we installed new faucets at the Millville Library. See, even more for the library. Did you hear that, guys? Even more for you guys. And we removed 11 barrels of trash from the 10th Street, Cates Boulevard area. Installed a new toilet at the Riverfront Renaissance Center for the Arts. We held our annual League's President's Meeting on January 29th, and we are ready to go for a nice youth sports season. So currently, we also have the annual Snowflake Plunge coming up February 24th at Union Lake Park. That's the Snowflake Plunge. Anybody here ready to go for that? Any volunteers in the crowd? Just me?
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right, I guess I'll have to hold the Millville flag for that. So if you want to come out for that, that's February 24th at Union Lake. And you can also just come out and hang out, too, if you want. Also, we have a winter photo contest, currently accepting photos for our annual photo contest. You have to drop them off at 15th Street by February 23rd. Also, we cannot forget our Holly City Striders Walking Club. So the Walking Club meets every Tuesday and Thursday, 6:30 to 7 p.m. at Lakeside Middle School. When the school is closed, there is no walking. So if you need copies of any of our events or flyers for our events, we have some up here on the front table. And that'll be it for our department, Parks and Public Buildings. That's all my reports are.
Thank you. Commissioner Pepitone?
Well, you've already heard about the great work that our fire department does. The police department responded to 2,194 incidences and made 201 arrests. So keeping our city safe.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. Commissioner Udalvis?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you to our citizens for joining the City Commission meeting this evening. Reflecting upon the data presented by planning consultant Sarah Birdsall through the draft of the prospective land use ordinance to complement the city's land use plan element adopted on January 9th, 2017, it is clear that the project requires the understanding of multiple stakeholders throughout its process of review. I extend my gratitude to Sarah Birdsall for presenting the draft of the land use ordinance, as well as the explanations to accompany the prospective land use development application package as the City Commission and our residents examine the impact of adopting a revised ordinance. In regard to promoting community development and economic development in the City of Millville, the implementation of the administrative role of supervising planner within the Department of Public Affairs is an integral component that will not only promote support for the community and new businesses and individuals hoping to contribute to the redevelopment of the City of Millville. The addition of a supervising planner to the Department of Public Affairs demonstrates the readiness of the department to create a point of contact for the outside community while establishing a line of frequent and ongoing communication to create clear protocol and efficient clarification of inquiries. Thank you for consideration to my report, Mr. Mayor. With that, progress.
Thank you, Commissioner. Vice Mayor Parent.
Mr. Mayor, we're still currently working on our 2018 budget, and we hope to have it completed by the end of February. We're looking forward to trying to meet all the needs of the department heads and the commissioners, and we'll see what we can do to try to stabilize our budget this year and our tax increase. Okay, doing our best. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. As Commissioner Pepitone has stated about the fire department, myself and Commissioner Udalvis attended a fire department ceremony where awards were given out to several firefighters for their longevity within the fire department. It was a great night. It's a great night to sit with all the firefighters and their family and their friends, and it was very enjoyable. You have a class act when you talk about Chief Michael Lippincott. The guy's an outstanding leader. As you can see, had a lot of representation from the fire department here to support the men and women of that department, and it's only because of who they have as their leader and Chief Lippincott. And we had a great night, and I haven't heard anybody, but how about those Eagles?
Yes.
We are South
That's
Jersey.
right.
Let's give some
Right.
props to the Philadelphia Eagles. I thought that was great. So with that, we'll move on. Thank you. Ordinances on second reading, please.
Yes, Mayor. We have an ordinance amending the salary ordinance to create a new title and range of compensation for the following: a supervising planner with a minimum of $40,000 a year and maximum of $90,000 a year.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this proposed ordinance on second and final reading.
Second, the ordinance.
Any comments? No. Roll call.
We need a public hearing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Second reading. All right, anybody that would like to
On
comment
second.
on this on second reading, on the salary
On second
ordinance, to create the range of compensation from 40 to 90, please step up to the mic, state your name and your concerns. Seeing no one, I close the public portion on this ordinance on second reading. Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Ordinance on first reading.
Okay, we have an ordinance approving and authorizing an application to the Cumberland County Roadway Department for the Millville Lightning Travel Baseball to hold a coin drop on April 28, 2018 and April 29, 2018 at the intersections of Buckshootum and Cedarville Roads.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this ordinance on first reading.
Second the motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 2 is an ordinance amending the municipal code of the City of Millville, Chapter 39, Motor Vehicles and Traffic Regulations to add the following parking reserved for handicapped persons. We're going to add 109 West Main Street, first floor, Georgetta Manning.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the passage of this proposed ordinance for its first reading.
Second motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. We also have an ordinance approving and authorizing an application to the Cumberland County Roadway Department for the Millville Babe Ruth Baseball League to hold a coin drop on May 12, 2018 and May 13, 2018 at the intersections of Buckshootum and Cedarville Roads.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this ordinance on first reading.
Second the motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
And Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Resolutions, please.
Okay. We have a resolution determining the form and other details of not exceeding amount of $9,822,500 in bonds Series 2018 of the City of Millville and providing for their sale to the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank, formerly known as New Jersey Environmental Infrastructure Trust, and the State of New Jersey pursuant to the State Fiscal Year 2018 New Jersey Water Bank Financing Program for the Wastewater Treatment Plant Rehabilitation Phase 2 project.
Mr. Mayor, move the adoption of this resolution.
Second.
Any comments? Once again, this is just going with our repairing and infrastructure of the sewer department as it goes along. Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 3 is a resolution authorizing the execution and delivery of loan agreements to be executed by the City of Millville and each of the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank and the State of New Jersey, acting by and through the Department of Environmental Protection, and further authorizing the execution and delivery of an escrow agreement, all pursuant to the New Jersey Water Bank Financing Program for the Wastewater Treatment Plant Rehabilitation Phase 2 project.
Mr. Mayor, move the passage of this proposal, or the resolution.
Joe?
Second.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 4 is a resolution approving taxicab operator licenses submitted by the following for the calendar year 2018. Brenda Wells, Heather Galliano, Linda Pierce, Clarny Jerez, Jose Jerez, Javier Oteza, Arnulfo Arteta, and Nazario Espiro Felix.
Mayor, I move for the passage of this resolution.
Second motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 5 is a resolution authorizing water sewer terminations on February 20th, 2018 due to payment default pursuant to Section 56-18 of the Municipal Code.
Mr. Mayor, move the adoption of this resolution.
Second.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 6 is a resolution authorizing water sewer termination on February 20th, 2018 due to failure to comply with the utility ordinance pursuant to Section 56-18 of the Municipal Code.
Mr. Mayor, move the adoption of this resolution.
Second motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 7 is a resolution authorizing award of a professional services contract through a non-fair and open process with Grace Marmero and Associates to act as special counsel for tax appeal services in an amount not to exceed $10,000.
And with that, Mr. Mayor, I have a certification availability of funds from Marcellus Shepard, Chief Financial Officer, in the amount of $10,000, and move this resolution.
Second.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion
Now
carries.
I got the next one.
Item 8 is a resolution authorizing award of a professional services contract through the non-fair and open process with Grace Marmero and Associates to act as special counsel for tax foreclosure services in an amount not to exceed $10,000.
And with that, Mr. Mayor, I have a certification availability of funds from Marcellus Shepard, Chief Financial Officer, in the amount of $10,000, and move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 9 is a resolution amending Resolution Number 33-2018, adopted on January 2nd, 2018, authorizing professional service contracts with Robert Berry to act as the City of Millville's hearing officer for administrative proceedings involving disciplinary and grievance matters within the Millville Police Department, changing the singular appointment to a joint appointment and the amount not to exceed $8,000 for the period covering January 1st, 2018 through December 31st, 2018.
And with it, Mr. Mayor, I have a certification availability of funds in the amount of $8,000 from Marcellus Shepard, Chief Financial Officer, and move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second the motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 10 is a resolution authorizing professional service contract with M. Lugardi Esquire to act as one of the City of Millville's hearing officers for administrative proceedings involving disciplinary and grievance matters within the Millville Police Department in an amount not to exceed $8,000 for the period covering January 1st, 2018 through December 31st, 2018.
With that, Mr. Mayor, I have a certification availability of funds in the amount of $8,000 from Marcellus Shepard, Chief Financial Officer, move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 11 is a resolution authorizing the following taxi cab owner for calendar year 2018, CRH Taxi Cab LLC of Millville, New Jersey.
Mayor, I move for the passage of this resolution.
Second motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 12 is a resolution authorizing special assessment of municipal liens for certain properties to do expenses incurred by the City of Millville relating to board and secure plus administrative fees in accordance with Chapter 11, Article 1, subsection 11-6 of the Municipal Code.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second resolution.
Second.
Second.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 13 is a resolution authorizing professional service contract with Commendations Law Group PC to act as special foreclosure counsel to file final judgment on up to 15 properties on or before March 1st, 2018 for an amount not to exceed $15,000.
With that, Mr. Mayor, I have a certification, availability of funds from Marcellus Shepard, Chief Financial Officer, the amount of $15,000, and move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 14 is a resolution authorizing shared services agreement between the City of Millville and County of Cumberland in order to provide a Code Blue shelter in the City of Millville for the period covering January 23rd, 2018 through December 31st, 2018.
With that, Mr. Mayor, I have a certification of availability of funds from Marcellus Shepard. Move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second motion.
Any comments? I do have a comment. What's the amount? Do we have an amount?
It was $5,000.
Yeah,
It was an
10.
in-kind.
Okay.
It wasn't on there.
Anyone else? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 15 is a resolution approving military leave of absence and payment of pay differential due to a call-up of active military duty in the Air Force for Brian Day for the period covering January 17, 2018 to March 31st, 2018.
Mr. Mayor, move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second the motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 16 is a resolution authorizing cancellation of mortgage for property located at 1032 Cedar Street, Block 70, Lot 135, executed by Warren Douglas Wheel.
Mr. Mayor, move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Well, they'd have to...
You want to read it and I'll
Okay.
table it?
The motion.
Yep. Okay, so the resolution authorizing cancellation of mortgage for property located at 415 Sassafras Street, Block 431, Lot 7, executed by Elizabeth Nicholas.
Mr. Mayor, move that we table the resolution.
Second the motion.
Any comments on this on the table? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Alrighty. Resolution authorizing cancellation of mortgage for property located at 443 South 2nd Street, Block 530, Lot 9, executed by Melissa Watts.
Mr. Mayor, move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second the motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 19 is a resolution authorizing cancellation of mortgage for property located at 711 Overbrook Avenue, Block 270, Lot 8, executed by Pauline Kaufman.
Mr. Mayor, move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second the motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 20 is a resolution authorizing a shared services agreement between the City of Millville and the Cumberland County Improvement Authority for certain services that the CCIA offers at the Cumberland County Solid Waste Complex, including a recycling program and facilities for recyclables beginning January 30th, 2018 through December 31st, 2018.
Mr. Mayor, move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second the motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 21 is a resolution authorizing adjustments in the tax and utility records.
Mr. Mayor, move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second the motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 22 is a resolution authorizing the City of Millville to enter into a Cumberland County Mutual Aid and Assistance Agreement between participating units to provide additional protection against loss, damage, or destruction by fire, catastrophe, civil unrest, major emergency, or other extraordinary devastation, damage, or destruction to person and property in those situations when outside aid and assistance is needed.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the passage of this resolution.
Second motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 23 is a resolution authorizing approval of taxi cab owner's license application for U.S. Prawn 2 Cab LLC for calendar year 2018.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the passage of this resolution.
Second motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Take a breath, Jeannie.
New business, please.
I just need a motion to authorize special event on public lands for a sprint triathlon at 201 Southwest Lakeshore Drive on July 28th, 2018 from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the passage of this resolution.
Second the motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Okay, Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. I need a motion to authorize the city clerk to advertise for bids for the project known as Cedarville Road Sidewalk Improvements Phase 3. Said bids to return to the purchasing board on Thursday, March 15, 2018 at 10 a.m.
Mr. Mayor, move the adoption of this resolution.
Well, these aren't
Second
resolutions,
motion.
so just a motion.
It's all right.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. And I just need a motion to authorize Mayor Santiago to sign permission slip to allow the Cumberland County Department of Public Works and Property Mosquito Control Division to apply pesticides as needed for the 2018 spray season.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the passage of this resolution.
Second the motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
And Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Judy. We've now reached the public comment portion of our meeting. Anyone who would like to address the commission, please go to the podium, state your name, and address your concerns, and please limit your comments to 5 minutes.
Good evening, everyone. Mary Ann Lodes, Millville Development Corporation. It's nice to be back, and wanted to give you a little update on what we've been doing during these cold winter months and some things in store for the future. Right now, we've been working in business development with 2 different individuals on 2 of the larger buildings on High Street. One is at 19 North High, which had the fire 2 years ago. And the owner has gutted the building, and he will be going before the planning and zoning boards in the very near future to make sure everything is in order, and then he can proceed with his plan. And the other building is at 131 North High, and that was formerly known as Regional Music. And the owner, they're a different owner, has gutted the building and received all of his permits at the end of December and is going forward with the renovations indoors. So that would, I think that'll make a significant difference in about maybe 8 to 10 months from now because they're large buildings and obviously stand out a lot more. And I saw today that there was work being done on 200 to 206 North High, which was originally known as the Corson Building in town and then became the Beaton Building. And that had been sold at a tax sale and then purchased by a construction company from Camden County. So I don't know exactly what the plans are, but I'll be checking in with the 5th floor to find out.
Do you know what any of the plans are for any of the buildings?
I do. I don't know if it would be right to say
Okay,
here.
please.
I think,
thank you.
especially the one that has to go to the zoning board.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay.
Exciting.
But they're good,
Thank you.
exciting plans. You know, retail on the first floor.
Excellent news. Thank you so much.
Nice.
Yeah. So a few things that we've been doing in these cold winter days for Martin Luther King Days of Service. The businesses downtown got together and we held a pet food drive. And last week I was able to bring large bags of food over to the SPCA, and they were very appreciative, as they always are. And smaller sizes went to the Holly City Success Center, which helps a lot of individuals, but we thought maybe their pets would need help too. So they were very appreciative of that. We're also working on Valentines for Vets, and we've had close to 300 Valentines made by hand. They're all handmade by kids, adults, everybody. And we're going to be delivering those to the New Jersey Memorial Home next week for their party on Valentine's Day. So they come from, with love, from the Arts District. And speaking of Valentine's Day, it's not too early to make your reservation for dinner. because I think if you want a reservation for that evening, they may be tight. So I encourage everybody to do that. And remember that downtown, when you shop local, you can buy fresh flowers, jewelry, and unique items in all the shops and galleries. Third Friday is February 16th, so that's coming up. And January was a very busy third Friday. I think everybody just needed to get out of the house after it was so darn cold. And I gave you flyers tonight. We're doing our 4th annual trip down to Baltimore to see Mike Trout lead the Los Angeles Angels in play against the Orioles so that we can root for the West Coast and Mike. And the game is June 30th, so if people are watching at home, it's a 4:05 p.m. game. We always take the same section under the roof in section 69 at Camden Yards. And the buses will be, they're motor coaches. They'll be leaving from Ware Avenue. I hope it's all finished and open by that time. And at 12:15. So call our office, 856-293-0556, to order your combo tickets or your seats or just your bus ticket if you have your seats already.
Is there a limited number that you have? Or
Yes. Yeah,
keep
I have to
adding?
place an order for so many.
Gotcha.
I took on reserve 120. So 50 per bus plus some extras if people just want to have their own transportation. So, I mean, if they sell out very quickly, I've already had quite a few sales. So, buy your tickets. And that's it for tonight.
Thank you, Mary Ann. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
to the MDC for what
Thank
you're doing.
you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
He's got to raise this thing up high. Pastor Steve Harris, Millville. Good evening, guys. The first thing I want to say is thank you so much. I didn't even realize it was on the agenda tonight, but the approval that you just did for Code Blue. We really value safety, and we need it. And so we're trying to address that issue. So we want to just, on behalf of the board, I happen to be here tonight to represent, I just want to say thanks. So on that note, I put on Facebook tonight a plea for help. When Rob does this to me, I'm like the worst salesman. But I got 10 tickets to the sock hop in my hands. I don't want to take them home. They're $50 a pop. But this is our 3rd annual sock hop. It's March 2nd, which is at the Greenview Inn. I want to make sure I got that right, in Vineland. And we're just, I think last year we doubled our attendance to 200. And this year we'll probably pack out the rest of the other side, and then we're probably going to have to find another venue.
There was no seating last year. Remember,
Correct.
they had to add tables.
That's right, Mayor. So, and thank you for coming out and supporting. But if anybody wants to come, they're $50 a piece. Again, it's a great time. You dress like 50s and or business. I'm no John Travolta, trust me. So I don't do too well. But it is from 7 to 11. So I have those tickets. Flipping my multiple hats here. I am actually the manager of the membership portion of our Chamber of Commerce. And I've already gotten some feedback just talking to some businesses and just, hanging out with people and just trying to get a feel for the needs and so forth. I'm happy to report that our membership is all of a sudden increasing as well. So if anybody's interested in joining the Chamber, we're in the process of changing the website so we can get up to 2001 and have our web updated nice. You can go on there and just join right online. But right now we're kind of in transition. Excuse me. So if you want to see me, private message me. But if you're an individual, a nonprofit, a business, it's a great way to network and connect. So that's just something extra I want to bring to the table. We had the Cumberland Cares press conference. Restoration House is a part of that. I told you guys last time my wife and I are on the board now with Jennifer Webb McCrae, our prosecutor. And I have a phone number to give out to all of you. There is a website. You can see me on it afterwards because it's a little lengthy. But she's going to be handing out all kinds of cards on this. What this is the recovery coach program we've been talking about giving people extra support who have addictions. Maybe they've come through detox, whatever, and then they kind of get left out there on their own. So if you want to become a recovery coach, there's training for it. I think it's like 30 weeks. It's pretty intense. I got a few people from our church that are going to go through it. But the phone number is 800-236-2448. I'm going to repeat that one more time. 800-236-2448. That's going to be a huge thing. It's going to be a big program. So finally, flipping the other hat, Commissioner Cooper, I thank you for reaching out, as well as Commissioner Pepitone. I want to get to know you guys more. But Commissioner Cooper, I thank you that you're willing to come out and meet with the pastors, hopefully next month for our monthly luncheon, and just talk about ideas. You know, what the needs are, what are some things that we can partner with or work on together. And I really want to commend you and thank you, for your efforts to offer that olive branch. So we're here from the minister's side of it. I know there's differences of faiths in the room.
Make sure everybody comes out now. Make sure everybody comes out.
I will. I'll wrap it up. I'm a preacher, Mayor. But I just want to tell you that, we're here to help. You know that. So we're willing to partner. Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor Steve.
Commissioner Pepitone. Coming with you?
I will definitely.
Okay.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi, Kim Cardy, resident of Millville, but also on the school board, and so I wanted to mention a few things. We have our last of our strategic planning sessions scheduled for February 15th. That starts at 6:30 sharp at Lakeside Middle School. Everybody in this room, everybody watching, those of you sitting up front, I hope you'll come and join us. This is the last of 3, I think I said that already, but this is really the meeting and the opportunity that the whole community gets to sit at the table and really talk about. We've talked about the things that we love about Millville Public School, and we talked about the things that we'd really like to see improved, and now we get to talk about what are those steps that we're going to take to get there, and we need all of you. We need the whole city. Whether you live here, have a business here, have a child that goes to school, or you don't have a child that goes to school, you're in governance, whatever role you play in the city, you're welcome at the table. 6 o'clock, Lakeside, February 15th. Super important, super exciting. At the board meeting last night, the school board's community relations committee reported that the commission has reached out and is trying to build some ties with the school board. So both as a resident and a member of the school board, I'm super excited about that. And in addition to that, we have, I know Commissioner Cooper is working with Dr. Cook at Lakeside to put on a youth summit focusing on kids with 11 to 14.
Yeah,
is that correct?
11 to 14.
And that's going to be March 17th. So I know they're looking for some monetary donations, and I'm not saying that as a school board member. I'm saying that as a resident because I heard it at the school board meeting. But as a member of the school board, I hope the community will support
What's
that.
the
I'm
date
super
again?
excited about that. What's that?
The date again?
March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, from 9 to 12. Correct, Commissioner?
Correct, 9 to 12.
I'm excited about that. A great opportunity to get our kids some exposure to leadership and to encourage them to have a voice. And I think as leaders in our city, I don't know that there's a better calling than to make sure that the youth that are coming up behind us understand that one voice really can make a difference. And when more than one voice is united, we can make a miracle, right? What was it? The coach, the Eagles, right? It takes a team to make a miracle.
That's right.
And so I think the more opportunities we have to be a team, the better off we'll all be. So February 15th, please, super important to me personally and as a member of this community. So 6 o'clock, 6:30 sharp.
Could you give us a breakdown on how the plan is going so far?
Well, I mean, I can't say that we have a plan yet, right? So we have a professional working with us, Dr. Ivory. He worked at the board, he worked at the State Department of Education, and he's worked at the EIRC, and he goes all over the state helping to facilitate these strategic planning meetings. So again, we spent one whole night really just kind of what do we love about Millville, and that's so amazing. And our last one was kind of like, what are some of the opportunities that we have to do better? And I think the report outs are up on the YouTube channel for the school district. So if you'd like to hear what some of those ideas were, I think you guys were there for the first meeting, some of you, and I think we had their last meeting scheduled on a commission night, so it was a conflict. So this next step is really action items, and then the hope is after the board meeting on last night is to have a board retreat to really dig into putting a good solid plan together. And so at the end, we'll have a strategic plan. You know, where do we want to go? And we'll define success. We'll know how we're trying to get there. We'll have milestones, and we'll have owners of those milestones so that we can really be smart about how we're going to get to the next step. And you know, maybe we hit all the marks and maybe we don't, but we're sure going to try. So we need your help with that. What's that?
Setting those marks is important.
It's exciting, and there's a lot of energy that I'm feeling at the school board in the last year and a half. That's really super exciting. I miss Pepitone and I miss Cooper, but we have so much to do together. So I'm looking forward to that. Absolutely. Thank you.
And we miss you too. We miss you. No, but I think it's going to be exciting that we actually start to work together where education works together with the city. I think that's been the missing link moving forward, that we can start to connect. And along with Pastor Harrison, we hear what the pastors have to say in the city, along with education and the city. Now we're starting to connect as a community, and that's what's going to move us forward.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rezika Brown, and I live here. And I just wanted to encourage all of you guys. I just wanted to send some positive energy and saying that you guys are doing a good job. I'm happy. I like the energy, and I'm just excited. So I just wanted to send great energy. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Paul Parecka, Millville, the New Jersey Motorsports Park. The New Jersey Motorsports Park, in addition to its special real estate tax treatment, was also designated as an entertainment zone district by the city. That authorized it to charge a special 2% tax on all sales, food, admission, everything. And that tax has been collected and then sent up to the state, and then ultimately sent back to the motorsports park. However, and the amount received is substantial. That tax, by statute, is dedicated to further the economic development that was promised by the developer when it made its pitch for city assistance and approval to build the motorsports park. It's all spelled out in the final financial plan, which was submitted by the developer to the city and approved by the city. Now, of course, a great deal of what was promised in that plan has never happened, and the grandiose predictions that led to the city's magnanimous support have proven to be, kindly put, overstated, like 1,500 full-time jobs, for one. I submit that may be due in part, however, because the entertainment tax funds that were supposed to be dedicated to the furtherance of that financial plan have instead been wrongly diverted and used for operating expenses by the track. The 2% entertainment tax that the park has been collecting for years is by law dedicated fund to be used only for economic development projects. However, the park has ignored the law and used that money to defray its operating expenses. Now, in spite of several Oprah requests to the state, I have been unable to get definite all the information specifically that's needed to calculate exactly how much tax money has been given to the motorsports park. But it's several $100,000. I think it's $381,000 just this last year, if I can read the information that I've been sent correctly, and that hasn't really been easy. The city has not received a penny of it, nor has there been any accounting to the city for those taxes. And I think it's noteworthy that a review of the financial statements provided to the city annually by the park, by ordinance, do not show the collection of that tax. The statute and the financial agreement and the city's ordinance are very clear. The money is collected, and I quote, on behalf of the city to be used for economic development. There's a statute, there's an ordinance, and there's a financial plan. The financial plan was submitted by the park and approved by the city and approved by the New Jersey State Treasurer. It lays out in detail what projects will be built as a part of the plan and how it will result in significant economic development for the city. To assist the park to achieve its goals, the state permits a number of taxes to be imposed and collected and dedicates those taxes to build out the project. The statute mandates that the tax shall be used solely for the purpose of financing project costs. The financial plan by the park was approved by the state treasurer, and it states, quote, it is expected that infrastructure costs for future phases will be reimbursed by the tax collections of the sales entertainment district tax during the term. So, I certainly don't expect an answer tonight, but I'll check in a later meeting for an answer to this question. What are you going to do about it?
Thank you, Mr. Barreca.
Good evening, Commissioners. Angeline Broomhall, Millville. I respectfully ask that as you are considering revisiting the proposed budget for 2018, that you think about those people you just voted tonight to have their water shut off, some for as low as $50. So when we're considering even a fraction of a penny increase, that could be enough to make somebody homeless. And that's something you really, really need to consider when you go home and consider the budgets for your department. I respectfully ask that you really, really think about that. Because tonight, every one of you voted to have families' water shut off. And again, some for as low as $50, $53, $57. I also ask you that you consider, when you're doing your budget, some of the proposals. I heard your State of Millville address, Mayor, with the new police station. I ask you to please consider the shortage of police in our city, the low starting salaries of our starting salaries for the police officers joining our force, our lack of cutting edge technology for the safety of the citizens, as well as for the police department. I'm sure there's bonds and share services and stuff like that for ways to find this money, but we all know that we're going to have to pay it back. Nothing is free. Nothing is free. So I ask that we consider what we're spending money on when there's urgent needs that are not being met. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Seeing no one else, I close the public portion part of this meeting. Thank you for your comments. We want to go into resolution?
Yeah, we need a resolution.
Jeannie?
Sure. We have a resolution authorizing a closed session regarding the following matter: litigation, personnel matters, Jeremy Miller versus the City of Millville.
Mr. Mayor, move to adopt this resolution.
Second.
Any comments? I can't hear you.
And other personal matters.
And any other personal matters? Okay.
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
Okay, personnel matters to discuss.
Just, yes.
No.
No description. Okay.
no notice.
Still need a roll call, Reggie?
Yes. Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
And Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
We'll be back if you want to stand by. I know.
Joe fan.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Straighten my back a little. Gosh. Hey, Paul, still here? We'll put you on payroll.
Sir.
Done, Bruce, done.
Alrighty.
Madam Clerk,
So we have a
back to Resolution 24.
Okay, so we actually have a resolution authorizing a settlement agreement at the recommendation of the city's insurance carrier in the amount of $95,000, with the city's responsibility to be $40,000 minus the defense fees, which have already been paid.
Mr. Mayor, move adoption of this resolution.
Second motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
And Mayor Santiago.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. And
Again, adjournment for the meeting. Bruce? Commissioner?
Motion to adjourn the meeting?
Yes. Second.
Okay.
Any comments?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
This meeting's adjourned. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. Y'all enjoy your evening.